Whoa, that's really close up. Hey, if you've been in the bedwars community for a while, reading this title really should not be that much of a surprise. But ever since about December of 2023, I feel like stars have just lost their meaning entirely. And I'll elaborate more in this video. I don't know how to do an intro, so this is the end of the intro. Oh yeah, apparently if I ask people to subscribe earlier in the video, it actually works and people do subscribe. So, you know, I'm trying to get to 30K eventually. So if you don't mind, I would really appreciate it if you were to subscribe. Dang, I forgot how skilled I am. Anyways, ever since the Slumber Hotel got added, the most damaging part, in my opinion, wasn't the 80 or so just stars that you would gain essentially for free. I mean, like, you have to do some quests for them, but was that really worth 2 stars? Like, what was it? The one where you lead the pit guy like down into the Slumber Hotel? Is that really worth 2 entire stars? You're just bringing an NPC like 30 blocks. Anyways, that's Slumber Hotel. After that, I think the main problem with it was actually, of course, the gambling. Well, that meaning the ticket machine that it brought. How I assume this went was the admins thought like, oh, well, if the players have too many slumber tickets, they're gonna need some way to spend it. Should it be on cosmetics? Should it be on something else that I can't think of? No, they should just add a ticket machine. I mean, I guess it fits like in the setting of a casino. Or no, it's the Slumber Hotel, not the Slumber Casino. So I don't know what the heck, they just wanted to add a ticket machine. Yeah, let's move on from that. But how it works is you're just able to get bedwars cosmetics, tokens, and at the time, bedwars experience. Now, there's a pretty big flaw with this, that being the fact that you were able to get bedwars experience from doing nothing. Okay, that was a little scary. I did not mean to deflect that fireball. Okay, luckily that one I did not deflect, otherwise that would have gone straight down. Anyways, there was a 1 in 50,000-ish chance that you could just get 3 entire stars from one roll of the ticket machine. Okay, that was called sarcasm. It's not fair at all, and as someone who did get about, was it 13,000? I think I got like, maybe it was like 12,300 experience from one roll, meaning like 2.5-ish stars from 75 slumber tickets. It did not feel balanced in my opinion. And that's someone who just has wanted to, I mean, this is my stars account. All I do on this account is just be like, I just play for the stars. So, you know, didn't feel fair, even when I'm doing that. Now, hypixel players will always just be hypixel players, and they'll figure out a way like to just break something. In this case, what they did was they figured out like, oh, I can just macro the ticket machine. Because at the time, it was really just inconvenient to roll. You were only able to roll 75 slumber tickets at once, and it took about 8 seconds per roll, I believe. That was kind of cool, wasn't it? Well, 8 seconds if you weren't lobby swapping, which was, I assume, what most high-level players did. That's what I did, at least. Sped it up a little bit. Let's go into the second game, because this game was a little bit short. So yeah, second game. Okay, so second game. There's a video that I'll be linking in the description by another bedwars content creator who, as of like last week, did kind of quit. But Sent, if you know him, he makes pretty cool videos. So basically, I'm just, you know, my, what's it called? Evidence? No, the thing I'm talking about in this section of the video, I just mainly just information from that part of his video, or from his entire video. I don't know how to credit people, so I'm just gonna link the video in the description, and I'm saying a lot of nice things about it right now. So hopefully that's good enough. Look, he joined the server. That's how you know it's good. How did he join at the perfect time? Anyways, on screen should be a screenshot that I found of where'd that guy come from? Of the bedwars leaderboards a couple months ago, before the Slumber Hotel was added. It's cropped a little weirdly because the screenshot is, I assume, of my daily stats and like the leaderboards on that day. They're not very good though, so I'm not sure why that was the main part of the screenshot. I don't know what that block-in was as well, but basically, if you don't know already, the names on that leaderboard at the time are all like, they've all been on the leaderboard for a while, and they're all pretty well-known players. However, if we're comparing that to a screenshot of, say, just today's leaderboard, you'll notice a couple new names. In just a couple months, there should not be a couple new names just randomly appearing that have like just come out of nowhere. I feel like I'm not doing the right thing in terms of getting this bed. But little known fact about all those accounts that just kind of randomly popped out of nowhere, they all have millions and millions of slumber tickets. And remember what you gotta do to get millions and millions of slumber tickets? Because there's a limit of 100,000 once you max out the slumber hotel. You gotta spend them. Where do you spend them? The ticket machine, yeah. And then what do you get when you spend tickets? It's tickets. You get a lot of bedwars stars. In this case, literally thousands and thousands of stars. Now, my worry for this is with the Slumber Hotel Part 2 coming out in... Actually, it could come out any of these days. That's a pretty good transition to, if you are curious about when it's going to come out, I will be making a video about it, of course. So subscribe, notifications on, if you want to be notified when that update comes out, and all the little fun things about it, because I will be playing it. And please subscribe. I want to hit 30k. We're getting really close already. Yeah. Back to the main part of the video now. I am just worried that if they make it you gaining stars from completing quests again, they already got pretty negative feedback the first time. I just wanted the stuff there, I can't lie. They already got pretty negative feedback just about how you're able to gain, I don't know the exact amount of stars, but in my experience, it's been about 80 stars. Essentially just for completing the Slumber Hotel. Now, I'm not sure what else they could make the rewards for completing a quest, and I guess stars makes sense, because that's like mainly what bedwars is about, increasing, gaining. Why am I stuck in the worst spot possible? And I was kind of optimistic that they were going to change it so you wouldn't earn stars from it, that it being the Slumber Hotel continuation. But besides the fact that I don't know what else they could make it, there was like, was it last month? I guess, yeah, last month. Just how you were, the spooky quests, and how you're able to get XP from that. And once again, how they were like literally broken and you could get 20,000 XP games. I'm pretty sure they're just going to keep it exactly how it was, because it is the Slumber Hotel V2, or not V2, sorry, continuation. So things are going to be about the same, if not just the exact same, like sequence, is that the right word? I don't know. They're just gonna make it exactly how the first part of the Slumber Hotel was. I'd assume. Once again, I don't know anything. My original idea for what they could give you instead of stars was some sort of cosmetic that could only be earned from the Slumber Hotel, but I don't know exactly how that's gonna work, because eventually you're gonna run out of cosmetics. And yeah, that's really all I had to say about that. Let's go to a third game. Aw. I think just stars overall in the past year or so have become... That was an unfortunate way to fireball jump. XD, indeed. But I think just stars overall, they're just... I've said it so many times, they've just become meaningless in recent times. Now, something I want to do is actually compare number 1 and 2 for stars. Oroji, who has been number 1 for quite a while, at least before the Slumber Hotel, and Tsuruhashi, number 2, who is number 2 on the leaderboard now. Now, I'm not going to go through and compare every single one of their statistics. I think I'm really just only going to go through 2 that I feel are important in this scenario. Now, of course, they have about a 1,300 star difference between them at the time of recording this, which isn't really that much, but it's 1,300 whole stars, so it actually is kind of a lot. But it's not nearly as much as I'm about to explain. So Oroji has about 86,000 games played, which is a lot of games played. And on the other hand, number 2, Tsuruhashi, has 43,000. Now, I'm not the best at math, but I do know that that is quite literally half of Oroji's total games played. And for them being both number 1 and 2 in stars, having half their total games played, to me, that doesn't seem right. And actually going further for this, Oroji has about 305,000 total final kills, which is a crazy amount of final kills, first of all. 305,000 is genuinely, I cannot even imagine that many final kills, but he has that many. On the other hand, once again, Tsuruhashi has, you know, the normal amount of final kills for a 5,000 star, 87,000. That, if you don't know already, that's not okay, 5,000 stars and 87,000 final kills. Meanwhile, the place, like one place above them on the stars leaderboard, has multiple 100,000. Do you see the problem here? I see a little problem here, going off the fact that it's not like the math isn't mathing. I mean, I guess it could just be me being like, oh, the bedwars star leaderboards are all messed up, they need to be fixed. But I feel like most of the general bedwars community feels about the same way about this. Just like a bunch of ticket machine, like, let's say botters, because a lot of them did bot the ticket machine, and you know, it doesn't feel right, at least not to me. I don't know, you could leave your, like, how you feel in the comments about this, because I am really curious. I know it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily divided, but me personally, there's a lot of names on the leaderboard that I just don't know. When thinking back only a couple months ago, I'd look at a player's name on the leaderboard and be like, oh yeah, I know who that is. And now it's like, who is that person? they just appeared. Where did they come from? And why are they 5,000 stars? That's just my thoughts about this. But if you do have a different opinion about this, which I would love to hear, please do leave it in the comments. I am genuinely curious about what other people think of this. I think that's just about all I've got for today though, so... Oop, that's not the right way. So if you did enjoy this video, hopefully you did. What are you trying to... Oh, fireballs. Hopefully you enjoyed. As normal, we're getting close to 30k, so please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And... yeah, that's about all I got for today. So thank you for watching, and have a nice day. I don't know how to end videos. I don't know how to start or end videos. Bye bye.